Oh boy. Why do I feel so nervous right now to go live with you? Like you're my buddy, you're my pal, you're my fellow prophetpreneur. Why on earth would I feel nervous? Well, I got a lot to share with you today, and I'm really excited to do so. First, let me do a quick sound check and make sure that everyone can hear me okay before I go nuts. Fellow prophetpreneur, why on earth would I feel nervous? Yes. Okay. Well, all right, cool. Oh wait, excited to do so. First, let me do a quick sound. Okay, so if you are brand new to my channel and this is the first video you're seeing or one of the first, welcome. My name is Valerie Walton, and I am a certified online business coach, trainer, and marketer. I've been doing this for the past 5 years. I've helped over 4,000 entrepreneurs get their start in home business. I've seen just about it all. When it comes to home business. And I wanted to have this conversation with you today because of what happened to me. If you have been just an avid watcher and following and subbing to just about everything I do, then you'll probably know that I haven't been on for the past couple of days. It's like, what up with that? Well, let me tell you what happened to me. So, I don't go live on the weekends, right? My weekends are typically my chill days, but this past weekend was one of the weekends that I and some fellow coaching friends of mine get together, right? We got a little coaching tribe. We get together and we coach new entrepreneurs for an entire weekend, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we show them in 3 days what it takes most network marketers, affiliate marketers, and online and home business owners, I don't know, 3 years or more to learn. I don't think you heard me. 3 years or more for most people to learn. They're learning it in 3 days. Okay. And I love it because it has a 100% success rate. We've really been, digging in and making sure that everybody's getting value. And it's just really been great. We've been doing this for the past 2 or 3 years, and we do it, I don't know, every couple of months. Well, anyway, the day before that workshop was supposed to start, my plumbing just went buck wild. It was not working. Water was backing up everywhere. So we couldn't flush the toilet upstairs. We couldn't flush the toilet downstairs. We couldn't turn on the shower. We couldn't turn on the kitchen sink. We couldn't turn on the sink in the back by the washing machine. We couldn't wash any clothes, like nothing. So now we're sitting there like, oh crap. What do we do? Now, here's something that's very interesting. Your average person, not even just a network marketer, I'm just talking about your average person is not prepared for an unexpected emergency like that. Imagine you can't use any water in your house at all. The plumbing is just shot. You cannot use it at all. A little crazy, right? Most folks would not have been prepared to do anything about it, right? Hoping, right? Fingers crossed, eyes crossed, legs crossed, arms crossed, that they can get a plumber before the weekend where they're but that was the day that I was supposed to start day one of the 3-day workshop. So we're really trying to hold on and make sure that, the plumber gets here. Plumber goes to the wrong address. There's a street in our neighborhood with a similar name to our street name. And there's a house with the same house number as our house number. And they went there, apparently. And so we're sitting around all day Friday, like, where's the plumber? Where's the plumber? We're trying to call. We're not getting an answer. And finally, we find out towards the end of the day, oh, plumber went to the wrong place. Now we can't get anybody out till Monday. So I'm sitting there like, I need a shower. Nature's calling too. Like, what are we supposed to do? And so fortunately, the hubby and I and the kids were able to just pack up, go to a hotel for the entire weekend. So we went Friday night, we stayed all day Saturday, all day Sunday, all day Monday. We checked out today, and we also were able to have our own rooms, right? I mean, I'm a newlywed. What do you expect? Right? So we had our room, the kids had their room. Now, mind you, my kids are old. I don't want you to think that like I just left a 3-year-old alone in a hotel room. So my daughter's 21, my son is 17, and soon approaching 18. So they're practically, adults at this time. But it was very exciting for them to be able to like have their privacy. My son was able to bring his entire computer setup and have space and comfortability to work on some projects that he wanted to work on, and also be able to, kick back and have fun. My daughter was able to get some videos done for her YouTube channel. My husband was able to relax. I did not want him to do anything. I just want him to relax. And we spent time together in the workshop. And then I was in the workshop. So that was a lot of fun. And then yesterday, with the workshop being over, we were able to just all kind of hang out, spend time, bond. I think one of those days, I can't remember which day, one of those days we got to go out to the park. We got to play a little disc golf. Have you ever heard of disc golf? If you have, type yes in the chat. If you have not, I want you to type the word disc golf, because I might do a video about that. It is so cool. It's like golf meets frisbee throwing. It's crazy. Well, anyway, I wanted to talk about that because we have to be prepared. If you're like me, you're adult, you're grown, you got your bills you paying and stuff. That's great, but we've got to be prepared for the unexpected. Look what the past year and a half, 2 years has taught us, right? This whole thing with a global medical emergency was like, who would expect that? We haven't had anything like that for like a good 100 years or something like that, right? What in the world? And so many people were put out of a job. They were, on standby and having to stay home indefinitely, not knowing what they were going to do for the next paycheck, not knowing if they were going to be forgiven for, being late with paying their rent, or could they even pay the rent? Could they get by? And this is why my message to you today is that the time is always now, right now, in this very moment. It is always right now. That is the time that you start getting serious in your business. I see a lot of people who start the business loving the idea of having that kind of freedom, right? Having the kind of freedom that we dream about, right? Me staying in a hotel because I needed my plumbing fixed is nothing, right? That's a little something, right? But most people, when they imagine, right, joining a new business opportunity and becoming successful at it, they picture themselves doing things like growing a big team and helping a lot of other families. They picture themselves walking across the stage, winning awards and speaking at events. They picture themselves bringing in 5 figures a month. They picture themselves being able to move into a safer zip code, right? They see themselves driving their dream car, living in their dream houses, going on their dream vacations, right? They start really dreaming and thinking big. But there's nothing wrong with that. But I also want to bring up the fact that we need to be prepared for just life. I am so sick and tired of people giving their power away to life happening, and they feel helpless, hopeless, because they are living paycheck to paycheck. And maybe that's you, or maybe that's similar to you. Maybe you're not quite living paycheck to paycheck, but if you miss 2 or 3 paychecks, you be in some serious trouble. Or maybe you don't have enough in your savings, not as much as you would like to have, right? I would recommend saving a year. I've done that, right? Saving a year, being prepared for a year. Imagine if most of us were able to do that when the pandemic hit, right? And, I hope YouTube isn't like, all in my business. Like, I'm just using the word because I don't have another word for it. And even now with people, they've got people have different feelings about vaccine mandates and stuff like that. And some folks are willing to walk away from their jobs in order to live the way that they would like to. And so now the question is, what do we do? What do we do? If you can't find another job, because the next job that you go and apply for is requiring you to do something that you really don't want to do. I'm not getting into, what my stance is on that, because that's not really important. And that's not the topic of this video. I'm just saying, if there are folks out there that are looking for stuff like that, and they're trying to find another job and now they can't, they may start to consider home business, right? Starting their own business from home. They've already gotten used to being home. And this could be a very exciting change of pace in their lives. Cool. Right. But whatever happens, right? Whatever you end up choosing to do, whether we're talking about the pandemic or we're talking about just your regular daily average day-to-day life, are you prepared for when things just go wild, go crazy? Okay. And that's just one example that I could give you guys about things that have happened in my life within the past 5 years that I've had my online business. Right. And it's been different from having a traditional type of business, a typical type of business. Before I did home business, I was a salon owner. I had my own salon suite. I didn't have anything too big or anything that I didn't feel like I could handle. I had a nice suite with 2 spaces available, and I did very well. I did very well in that business. However, I had to physically be there all the time in order for it to run. If anything came up and I had to leave, I was basically cutting off my cash flow, right? If the kids were at school and got sick, I had to stop to go pick up my kid. The kid had to wait till I could at least get the person under the hair dryer, child, something. Like, there was no leverage there. In your home business, not only do you have leverage, but you also have created an ability for you to be truly, fully free. You can have the financial freedom, yes. You can have the time freedom, yes. But I also want you to have the freedom to produce options for yourself. Could you imagine if I was not serious about my business and I only worked my business when I felt like it, or I only worked my business when I didn't feel frustrated or overwhelmed, or I only worked my business when, everybody was being nice to me on social, or I only worked my business if I knew for sure I was going to get a sale that day, stuff like that. Yo, we got to throw that in the garbage. It's got to go in the garbage can. When you decide that you want to start a home business, you have to bring a strong level of commitment into this thing. And the problem is there's so many people that come into the home-based business industry that want to hurry up and get rich real quick because they have allowed themselves to go through problem after problem to the point that now their back is up against the wall and they don't have any other choice but to hurry up and make money. They can't give themselves the luxury of patience to build the skill set to grow the business because they're already at a point that life is happening to them. Life is happening. It keeps happening. And now they're stuck. And now they're in panic mode and survival mode. And they're willing to do anything, whatever, whenever, real fast, so they can hurry up and solve their problems. It didn't take you overnight to get into the problem. It's not going to be overnight for you to get out of the problem. I know this sounds difficult to describe to you right now or to advise you to do right now, but you do need to take a breath and you need to really think about why you're in this business. If the only reason you're in business is to make money and you don't have anybody on your mind but you, it's time to reevaluate why you're in business. Because see, you could make money anywhere doing anything, including being someone's employee. If you're going to be in business, you are now a servant leader. You are someone who provides a service to people. You are there to serve. You are there to help solve people's problems. You must show up. There is no alternative, right? And I've seen this not too often, thank God, but I have seen where, there are coaching clients that I've had that will tell me, oh, this is going on, that's going on, lots of things going on. I need to take a break from coaching for about a month or two. Pardon me? Pardon me? One major key to growing your business faster, right? I'm not going to say get rich quick, but you can grow your business faster than most. You can avoid a lot of headache. You can completely avoid overwhelm and distraction, right? With the shiny object syndrome. You can avoid all of that stuff by simply focusing on building momentum. If you do simple steps and build momentum with those steps of generating more leads, having more conversations, and closing more sales because of those conversations, that's really all you need to get the ball rolling in your business and start generating some great cash flow. The moment you stop, the cash flow, or even the potential, maybe you haven't made money yet, but the potential of cash flow stops. You have now just guaranteed yourself that you're not going to make any money at all in your business. None. Okay. You might make it from somewhere else. You probably have other streams of income. Many people have their job and are building their business on the side till the income replaces their employee income. Cool. But to put yourself in a position where you guarantee, you make it a certainty that you're not going to have any cash flow coming in from your business because you close up shop for a month or two. Can you imagine some of your favorite places that you shop at, whether it's for food or for clothing or whatever? Could you imagine if they closed down for an entire month? Do you really expect them to come back and be able to pick up where they left off? Because for some reason, many of us think we can do that. And I'm telling you, later is not the time to get serious about your business. Oh, all this stuff is happening around me. All this stuff is happening around every one of us, right? And I'm not saying that to be insensitive. I'm saying that to snap you out of this idea that you're the only person who has an unexpected circumstance pop up. You're not. And when you look around, people are still functioning. Why can't you still function? Right? I can give you another example. Back in 2017, this was only a year after finding that amazing entrepreneurial community I tell you guys about, where I was going into my first year of being a coach, and things were going really great. Momentum was being built. Well, I get a phone call that my older brother has suddenly passed away. Now, many people in my situation, right? I got to travel from DC to North Carolina. So that's, 2 states away. That's about a 5 to 6 hour drive, right? Most people would have said, I've got to stop everything. I need to go be with my family. That was my initial feeling. I need to go be with my family. I need to go check on my family. We got to figure this out. We got to do something. My brother was young. He was in the early 40s at that point. He was 44, I believe. Right. And it's like, what? My God. Nobody was expecting that. And mind you, we get the phone call one day after my dad had to bury his best friend. The very next day, more bad news. So I was definitely concerned about my dad, right? My dad's older now, and I feel like I need to look after him now since he spent so many years looking after me so well, right? And that was one of my main concerns. But I also could not break my commitment to growing my business. I had to figure it out. I had to get resourceful. For me to come to a complete halt in my business and stop the momentum was not going to help my family one bit. I needed cash to be able to flow in for whatever, just in case, right? My brother wasn't prepared for an unexpected death. We had to make all these different arrangements and stuff. It was just a situation I've never been in before in my life. I just didn't know what to do. And it was stressful, of course. It was hard. And yet I still managed to run my business. I couldn't go live every day. I figured out ways to broadcast live without me having to be there, because that was fairly new at the time. I figured that stuff out. I figured out ways to continue having systems in place to generate leads and even close sales for me while I was away from being actively in front of my computer. Thank God I did that instead of completely closing up my business, because that was an indefinite thing. I did not know how long I was going to be in North Carolina. I ended up being there longer than I had expected, right? I was planning for, this amount of days. I ended up being there much longer. And like, imagine just completely shutting down. It would have been, for me to go back after a couple of weeks, would have been basically me starting all over. I would have lost a good chunk of my following, because my following relied on me to be someone they could trust to show up for them. Their concern is about them, because I said that I made a commitment to help them solve their problems. Therefore, my problems are irrelevant at that point. I'm in business for them, not for me. Right? What I get out of it is just a byproduct of what happens. And even now, for me to still be able to be away, right? I wasn't active very much on YouTube, but I was active on my other platforms. I was still having conversations with people in the background, following up with folks and things like that. So I was still able to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes and have things automated at the same time, right? And that comes from my growth in my business, right? Further learning how to leverage, further learning how to put those systems in place, like the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant, right? Making sure that I'm on the right side of the quadrant, making sure that I have a system in place where I can make passive income, making sure that I also know that when I invest in things, that my money goes out for me and makes more money when I can't be there. These are things that are so important. It's so important. And I'm just like, I really want you to get this today. Okay. I really want you to get the fact that now is the time. You don't have any other time but now. Yesterday's gone. It's over. If you wasted it, you wasted it. Tomorrow's not here yet. What are we fretting about? Today is here. Right now. So if you've been flip-flopping back and forth, trying to figure out, well, I can't really get started for real until I go and buy this equipment and buy this software and set up this and put together this. I'm telling you right here now, you don't need a bunch of stuff to get started. You do not need a bunch of stuff to get started. You need 3 things: mindset, skill set, and the income producing activities. And your income producing activities are not as intricate and detailed as you think. Okay. It all starts with the mindset. And I can guarantee you this, because time after time, whether I'm doing my coaching sessions or we're doing those workshops, or I'm just having conversations with other network marketers that want tips from me, right? No matter what, I've come to the realization that I can give you all the skills, I can give you all the tools, I can give you all the steps. And yet there will still be people out here, a good 70 to 90%. If I leave them to their own devices and I'm not holding them accountable, I'm not their accountability partner, anything like that, and I just give them the steps, give them the tools, give them the software, give them the tips. If I just give that to them, Even if I gave it to them for free, do you know they still wouldn't use it? 70 to 90% would not implement one damn thing. Why is that? It's because mindset is even more important than skill set. It is the mindset that is the foundation for your business. Because even if you've got all the tools, all the keys to success, all the secrets to success, even if you've got all of that stuff right here in your hands right now, many people won't get started right now. Why? Because their mind is going 5 miles a minute. Their mind is like, yeah, I got all this stuff, but I mean, where do I start? I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. I guess I better wait. Let me think about it a little bit. You know what? Maybe I should have talked to my spouse about this. Maybe I'm in too deep. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I didn't have to pay anything for it. So maybe it's not really going to help me out that much. Now I'm second guessing. I don't really know. You know what? Actually, I forgot that today I got to do some stuff. So maybe I should get started on this business tomorrow. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I told my friend that I was starting a business. She laughed at me. I couldn't believe it. She was like, I'm just not the type of person that she saw starting a business. Oh no. You know what? I am getting a little bit older. Maybe it's too late for me to do this. There's so much to learn. Look at all these tools. Look at all these steps. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's too much. Right? You will find yourself starting to go through all of these different doubts and fears and these negative thoughts that are sabotaging you because they are preventing you, paralyzing you from being able to take any steps that you were given. So it's definitely not the steps that keeps a person from getting serious in their business and getting results in their business. It's the mindset first and foremost. We have to work on our mindset every single day. And it wasn't until I came into the home business field that I realized just how important it was. I've always been a spiritual person. I've always been a pretty happy, go lucky, full of pep person. But the deeper meaning behind it all, the deeper meaning as to why my joy and my peace and my happiness, why that's so important for me. The deeper meaning of why I wanted to make changes in my life and what those things, mean to me. Why I wanted to spend more time with my kids, why I want to be prepared for the unexpected. When you start looking deeper into yourself and thinking about what truly matters to you, what you truly find valuable, significant, meaningful, you'll take yourself more seriously when you step into, growing your business. There is no more, oh, I've got tomorrow. I've got tomorrow. I've got tomorrow. You very well may have tomorrow, but you don't have it right now. You do have right now, right now. Why aren't you doing it now? If you know you can do it tomorrow, why aren't you doing it right now? Why aren't we getting serious about growing the business right now? Because we think that we've got plenty of time and things will remain the same because what we want them to. It is obvious things don't always remain the same. Look at what is happening in the world. The unexpected will show up unexpectedly. Expect for the unexpected to show up unexpectedly. And you expect that by putting in your all each and every day into your business. Do not focus on, competition. Focus on excellence. Just focus on you doing your best that you possibly can for this day. And again, don't worry about yesterday because it's gone. Ain't no reason to cry over yesterday. It's gone. You will never get it back again. Right now, today, it's October 27th, 2021. If you still dwelling over the 26th, child, let it go. It's gone. It has let you go. You need to let it go and focus on what you got right now today. And in just a few more hours, today will be gone as well. And a new day will come in. And that is a clean slate, right? The next day that comes is not a continuation of the previous day. It's fresh and new and clear, open, full of possibilities for you to do anything you want with that day. So when the day comes to a close and you get in bed and you lay your head on your pillow and you slowly close your eyes and you have your final thoughts of the day, are you thinking, yes, I passed. Today, I feel like I did a great job. I feel like I actually did some things that are getting me closer to my goal. I'm proud of myself. Maybe I didn't do as much as I would have wanted to today, but I got stuff done today that I know is going to help me. Or did you think, damn, today was a failure? I didn't get nothing done. And then by the end of the week, how many successes and how many failures did you have? Because if you got more failures than you care to have, it's time to make changes. And the changes have to start up here with the things that you believe. The actions we take each and every day is all based on what we believe, right? For example, every morning, I do not do this. I do not get up and go to my window and look around for a pink elephant. I don't believe pink elephants exist. Therefore, pink elephants aren't even on my mind. Therefore, I'm not going to take any actions toward me looking for and connecting with pink elephants. It just doesn't happen. And it's the same thing for all of us. If we don't believe that our business is going to yield any results for us, we won't do anything with the business. We can put it off. We can do it on a whim. We can do it according to our feelings, our emotions, and not according to a real commitment. You know, when you commit to something, you do it, whether you feel like it or not. You made a commitment. I see so many people get up, they go to work every day and they hate going to work, but they go. Why? Because they made a commitment. They made a commitment to go to work in exchange for getting their check every 2 weeks or every week. And they need that check. They see value in going to work, even though they don't want to. Why is it that we don't see value in working our business now, being serious about it now, even if we don't want to? If we could put the same work ethic into our business that we put into our jobs, oh my God, the potential to earn so much more. Because we all know in a job, we're not getting paid what we're worth. Nobody gets paid what they're worth at a job. And we all know it. And yet we accept it, we tolerate it, and we live it anyway. You having your business was you saying, yes, I know I'm worth more. I'm going to prove it by paying myself. I'm going to show up the same way I show up in my job. I'm going to show up in my own business. I'm going to show up. I'm going to report in. I'm going to do the work. We say that, but rarely is it done. And that is the reason why not enough people are having success in home-based business. It has nothing to do with, oh, it's a scam, it's this, it's that. I mean, if you go and you buy a television and you don't ever plug it in, you don't ever turn it on, do you expect it to work anyway? Doubtful. And if you don't plug it in and you don't turn it on and you're just sitting there in front of a blank television screen, what are you going to do? Say, oh my gosh, TVs are scams, entertainment scam. I put all this money into this new TV and nothing's happening. I knew it. See, mindset. If you expect and plan for and do the actions towards getting nothing, that's exactly what you're going to get. Right. And what I mean by plan for it and stuff like that, what I'm saying is you plan to not get any results in your business. If you don't do anything in your business, you're planning to get no results. You're creating the no results. Right. And so we've got to plug in. We've got to not only have the mindset, but the skill set. You need to plug into some really good training. And I'm not just talking about your network marketing training. I'm talking about an unbiased training platform that can teach you how to be successful in any business that you ever do, whether it's network marketing, real estate, salon businesses, gyms, tax preparation, whatever the case may be. You will always have the skills to be able to be successful. Because most times a network marketing company is going to teach you all that. They're just going to teach you how to sell their stuff, how to show people that you are a representative of their company. That's it. They don't teach you to brand yourself. They don't teach you to create your own stuff. They don't teach you to build your own list. They just tell you to make a list. Huge mistake. They don't prepare you with the software and the tools that you're going to need no matter what kind of business you're building. They just give you the stuff for just enough for you to stay in their company and not leave them and go to another one. And I'm sorry to say, but that's the harsh reality of it. So it's up to you, right? It's your responsibility to put yourself in a position to win and not wait for somebody else and depend on somebody else to do it for you. And once again, when people make that mistake, this is where they go wrong in their business. And this is where they start having problems and they start to struggle. I don't want to see you struggle. You know why? Because it is absolutely unnecessary. No damn reason why you shouldn't be making money in your business. None. I don't even know what business you got right now. I don't even care. Because I'm telling you right now, even through a pandemic and economic issues and social issues going on right now in the world, guess what? People are still out here making money. Why not you? Money is abundant. Money is constantly flowing. That's why they call it the circulation of money. How come you're not in the flow to get your piece of the circulation? Hello. Why not? Right? So if you're ever feeling like, oh, I'm really just not getting results here and I don't know what's wrong, I would say check your mindset. Start there. And if you're like, no, I really believe I can do this, something's going on, I think I'm missing a piece. Okay, then check your skill set. And then finally, check your income producing activities. You're a network marketer, right? You should be networking every single day. You should be marketing every single day. And by marketing, I don't mean selling, I mean marketing. By marketing, I don't mean spamming, I mean marketing. And again, if you're not clear on that, you definitely want to get on my newsletter. Let's start learning some stuff. Let me teach you a little some. I'm not a certified coach for nothing, child. Okay. I've been getting results and I want to help you with that. Right. I know it's difficult. I know there's so many leaders and gurus out here online that's telling you to do all this different stuff. But honestly, your main income producing activity as a network marketer is going to be to network to your market and also market to your market, right? Your target market, your target audience, the people who are going through the very problem that your products and services sell. It is that simple. Now, if you need a little help with it, oh my gosh, I'm putting the finishing touches on my website finally. And yes, I'm going to have some amazing courses and bundles and specials coming out. Also, for the, I don't know if I want to start this in November or just, we'll maybe just do it in January, but I definitely want to do a 90-day boot camp with you. And I think it would be a great start to the new year to do that. But in the meantime, I'm definitely going to have some really great resources. Even right now, the 27th through the 29th, I'm a part of a virtual summit where we are teaching people how to be able to create the results that they want in their business with ease, right? You just roll up your sleeves and do the work. And if you're having some difficulty with getting the work done, or if you find that you're doing a lot and still getting no results, you're probably not doing the right activities. You're probably doing a lot of things that make you feel busy, but they're not making you productive. And, you know, when you hang with me, we talk about those things so that we can eliminate your problems and magnify your solutions and your success. Okay. So if you have not already, make sure that you get on my newsletter. I'll be letting you know when the next workshop is. I'll be giving you tips for free. I'll be pointing you to some really great trainings I've done, letting you know whenever I'm doing any podcast or guest appearing anywhere. Like, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I've got a little goodie treat for you coming up really soon too. So you definitely want to get on the newsletter now. Okay. The way that you do that is you go to ValerieWalton.com. Right there on the homepage is a way for you to fill out your name and email so you can get on my email list, which is my newsletter. Okay. So if you have any questions or you need anything, feel free to put them right here in the chat. Who knows, you may even give me an idea for my next piece of content and I will give you a shout out for doing exactly that. I do not want you to feel shy about it. If you don't want to put it in the chat for the world to see, cool. My social media handles are in the description box. Go there and send me a private message on some things that you have questions about or you would like some tips on, and we can do that together. And like I said, I got a lot of really cool stuff coming out. I was just finishing up something before I got on here. And so I'm excited to go back and finish that up. So I can finally get this website up. Oh my Lordy, Lord, like so much stuff happening. But anyway, again, it's now is always the answer. Excuse me. Now is always the answer to the question of when is the best time for me to get serious and focus on my business. It is always right now. You have nothing else. You have nothing else. So do it now, because you never know when something unexpected is going to happen. And every time I say this to you, every time I say this to a client, right? Every time I say this to my audience, there are people that listen to me and they're like, child, you right. I just never know what's going to happen. So I just want to be prepared. Let me get out here and do my thing. And then they start making some additional income. Things start changing in their lives. And they start, setting aside extra money, extra resources for the things that they need anytime something unexpected does come. And lo and behold, you know how life works. Sure enough, life happens to them, but they were prepared and they could handle it. And then I have folks that I say the same thing to that I'm saying to you right now. And they say, oh no, now's not the time for me to work on my business. I got to take a break. I got to go do this. I got to take care of that. My daughter needs me. She's 21. She's going through some stuff. I need to help her. She doesn't even realize I need to help her. I've got some, things going on with my parents. The dog is sick, like Val, it's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Okay. You think it's going to stop? Do you think life is going to stop just because you decided to start your business? Hell no. So guess what? You're going to have to jump in like double dutch, honey. Okay. You're just going to have to chase after the train and hop on. It is already in motion. We got tired of waiting for you. Okay. And so you got to just jump in there. You have to just jump in and do it. Okay. So when you get started with that, right? When you start doing those daily activities, am I doing a mindset check? Am I feeding my mind with the positive words, vibrations, energy, pictures, faith pictures? Am I putting that in my head every single day? More so, much more so than I'm allowing negative information to come into my world. Skill set. Am I making sure that I am building the skills that pay my bills when it comes to growing my business? And third, am I actually doing the income producing activities like starting up new conversations, meeting new people, networking with more folks, making sure I'm clear on my target audience so I can get out there and speak to them directly so that I can have conversations that lead to sales, that kind of stuff. If you're doing those three things, you will start to see yourself get more results. And if you need help, there's no need for you to sit there talking about, man, this don't work. No, I'm right here for you. Let's go. I'm here. What you waiting on? I don't know. All right. So go ahead, click the link in the description box, which will simply be my website for today. And like I said, if you have any other questions or anything, go ahead and post them here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this past almost hour. And I can't wait to see you again tomorrow.